Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. And if you saw my last short, then you know that I just built a round pen. And as you also saw in the title, does Ruby have round pen fear? Short answer, yes she does. Now why does she have round pen fear? I don't know, because I've had her for 3 years now, and in the past I've had a total of 2 arenas, so this is only my 3rd arena, but she was totally fine with the past arenas. Now, I haven't ridden her a lot in the arenas, they were mainly just for riding Chris. So what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to groom her, then I'm going to bring her in the arena, and I'm going to lunge her around, and then walk her around. And then I'm going to, if she seems fine with that, then I'm going to saddle her up and get on her back. Because the other day when she was afraid of this arena, it wasn't like bad. I was just riding her, and then she kind of like spooked, and then she took off, and then she jerked to a stop, and I almost fell off, but I didn't fall off, thankfully. But, so, if she's fine with me lunging her around, walking her around, I just want her to know that it's a happy place and not scary and horrifying and whatever that's going through her mind. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start feeding her in here in the evenings. And same for Sergeant, I'm going to start feeding him in here in the mornings, and then Ruby in here in the evenings, and vice versa, and all that kind of stuff, because Sergeant kind of didn't really like being in here either. He wasn't like horrified, he was just kind of like flighty type thing. So let's get started grooming her and all that. I think I'm going to bring her in here to groom her, so let's get to it. Well, I got her in here, and she's just, the lead rope is just kind of looped around the post. She's a lot more chill today, but kind of like a bit, just a tad antsy. So now I'm just going to groom her and then walk her around and then saddle her up and hopefully ride her. So let's get grooming. So now Ruby is all groomed up, looking pretty sweet, girls. I just love her leather halter. Yes, it fits you, doesn't it? So now I'm just going to walk her around, and she's acting very well. Because when I did ride her in here last, not all the posts were in, and there were still some flags up marking where the post needed to go. So maybe it was just the flags, but these boards here were up, and I was riding her along them, and then she spooked. But anyways, so I'm just going to walk her around and then hopefully saddle her up and go for a ride. So he wants in, he does. Well, Ruby did very well. She does not like rope gates, anything hanging, so she's very nerve-wracking with the electric fence, and she doesn't like that. She doesn't like any string hanging in the air. So she's nervous about the gate, but other than that, she was pretty fine with these. So I think now I'm just going to saddle her up and go for a ride. My first ride in this completed arena I'm so excited. So let's get her tacked up. got her all tacked up and ready to roll. So now I'm just gonna ride her around and hope she does not spook. That was amazing. That was so much fun. It was just hard keeping her to stay on the rail, but she did a pretty good job. And it's just that these boards are about 8 feet from that post to that post, so these boards kind of move in the wind, and that rope definitely moves in the wind, so that's kind of spooky for her. And going different directions for her apparently is not really that great. She's like good going one direction, and then when you make her go the other direction, she does not do the best job. So now I'm gonna untack her, and then I'll see from there. I have to give Sargy a treat or he will get jealous. I would work with you, buddy, but yeah, that's a whole nother can of... I don't bite my finger! Girl. Hey, sweet bugs. I wish I could ride him. This sweet bugs. This sweet big boy. Beautiful Ruby. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my wagon out of the pen, get her out, and then I'm going to go ahead and get a one of those blue feed troughs down in here because I'm going to feed her in here, and then that's what I'm going to do now, so... like right in there, and this evening when I go to do my chores and stuff, I will bring Ruby down here and I will feed her in here just so she realizes that this is a happy place and she gets fed in here and it's safe, you know. So that's what I'm gonna be doing here in a little bit. So now it is almost 5 o'clock, so it's kind of late for me to be doing chores now, but I'm going to get Ruby, put her in the round pen, and then I'm going to go prepare their food, then come back, feed them, and then by the time I'm finished with my other chores, I will come and let her out of the arena, just so she can eat in there and then be like, hey, I get fed in here, you know. But I'll only feed her in there in the evenings, and then I'll feed Sargent in there in the mornings, because Sargent doesn't really like the arena, and I'm planning on doing work with him in there and stuff like that, so that's what I'm going to be doing now. Okay, so I got her in here, ready to eat. I'm just going to go prepare the food now. She is not enjoying this rope gate. That is her main deal. Are you going to be okay if I leave, sweet honey girls? Yeah. Okay. So, now I'm going to go prepare their food, and Sergeant still waits for his dinner, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and, since I'm here, straighten up Sergeant's trough. Just like that. So it won't be as much of a hassle. I can just walk up here, dump the food real quick, and then go feed Ruby. So it won't be much of a big deal. It'll be really quick. So I just arrived. Sergeant is eagerly waiting, and Ruby is thankfully still in the arena, so that's great. I'm glad she didn't like bust out or something. So now I'm just gonna feed Sergeant, and then I'm gonna go back there and feed Ruby. Now here at Ruby, and she is eagerly ready to eat. So now she is all done and taken care of and munching away on her slop. And she doesn't seem like super happy about being in here, but not like freaked out and scary like I thought she was gonna be. So that's really, really good. But now later I'm just going to, after I finish my other chores, I'll come and open up the gate and let her out. So, well, I'm so happy about how today went, and I'm so glad that I got to bring y'all along and just let y'all see how this day went with Ruby. And I really thought she was going to be more afraid of the arena than she was those first few days, but I'm super glad that she wasn't, and everything has just gone so well, and she never bucked me off and dumped me and all that stuff. And now I'll be able to just ride her regularly in here and continue feeding her and Sergeant in here and stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos, so you don't miss any more updates on Ruby or Sergeant, and you will see me next week.